Hey, you're looking good today. Let's go to press, see what's going on in the paper of Clay County today. The Brazil Times is what I'm trying to say. Got confused with the place I used to work at. Anyway, we have a Thursday paper today, which is kind of unusual. We don't publish every day, as you're aware, but tomorrow we will not publish because of Veterans Day. So we have that going on. But we do have a copy of the Brazil Times today. And on the front page, nearly 60% of county's registered voters cast ballots. Now, surprisingly, to me anyway, that was not a record for Clay County. In fact, according to Jason Jacobs, the Clay County election clerk, this was the second highest turnout since 1984, behind only the 2008 presidential election, when, of course, Barack Obama was elected the first time. In fact, he carried Indiana by 1% of the votes, which was highly unusual for a Democratic candidate for president, and that was going back, as I believe, to when Lyndon Johnson carried Indiana back in 1964. But anyway, we had that going on. I really thought we probably set a record this election day for the local election, but that was not the case. Also on the front page, we have an Associated Press story. John O'Connor reports Indiana voters see Donald Trump as the candidate of change. And you can read about that in today's edition of the Brazil Times. We also have the story that I wrote from the County Commissioners meeting this week on Monday. And people who lived along County Road 300 North said they were pleased that the Clay County Commissioners agreed to lower the speed limit to 45 miles per hour on the road that passes in front of their homes. Surprisingly, maybe, at least some of us were surprised that the unmarked county roads in Clay County have a speed limit of 55 on them. But the problem is some of those folks who live on those county roads have decided to take matters into their own hands, apparently, and have posted lower speed limits outside their house, which, of course, is illegal and cannot be done. So anyway, some of the folks were happy about that. The change on County Road 300 North is between County Road 200 East and State Road 59. So that is what's going on. You can read more from the County Commissioners meeting in today's paper as well. Well, let's see who's here. Harvey Roscoe's here. Good morning, Harvey. Glad to see you. Rhonda Emmert Lewis is here, and Lori Romas is here. All right. Glad to see you folks with us on this fine Thursday morning. Also on the front page today, Ivy Jacobs reports on Veterans Day ceremonies in schools, and that's something that is going on and will continue to go on. I know that there's going to be a balloon launch for the veterans coming up tomorrow at 2 p.m. Of course, tomorrow is Veterans Day, and I would encourage every one of us to, first of all, thank a veteran whenever you see them for their service. I always try to do that when I see somebody in uniform. Thank you for your service. We appreciate that. But then we also want to stop and just consider the sacrifice that people make who serve in the armed forces. And we thank them for that. And it wouldn't hurt to say a prayer on their behalf as well. I know I've had several friends who went to Vietnam who came back and really needed our prayers because it was a hard time over there, and the reception they received when they got back from Vietnam was not very good. So we want to remember them. Okay, and let's see. We've got stories inside. Eric Holcomb is transitioning into the governor's office. And on our sports page, Carrie Fox, our sports editor, writes 16 different knights were recognized as All-Western Indiana Conference athletes during Monday's banquet. The Northview's fall sports teams finished the season with the 5th highest combined total of points out of the 10 teams competing in football, volleyball, cross country, soccer, girls golf, and boys tennis. And we have a really nice picture here on the sports page of the student athletes. You can check that out. So that's just a small part of what we have in today's edition of the Brazil Times. Also on the back page, I'll mention this. Vote center workers saw an increase in voter participation, and you can read about that. I hope you have an outstanding day. I'm going to have my second cup of coffee. Hope you'll join me, and I look forward to seeing you out in public today. You have a great time.